hiddenalliance.com.
And welcome to Hidden Alliance ArmA Radio. I'm going to talk about radio setup real quick today. Not going to take too long. We're going to go through it rather quickly. Pause the video, go back. If you need anything explained further, we can go over to other videos like how to set this up on a server and some of the nuances. But let's just get straight to it. So within the context of ArmA, and we use ACRE at our server, I typically keep on my person, and you can't see this because it's off the camera, but on my person I keep the 343, and in my chest rig is where I add the 152. So with those two loaded in, you can push the caps lock key, and you're getting the 343. You can see the indicator down there at the bottom. And if I push on my long range key, shift caps lock, you get the long range. Easy enough to change them. Self interact, go to radios. You can see I've got the 343, which is currently set to PTT1, push to talk 1, which is always caps lock. And if you see I go up here to the 152, you'll see it is set to PPT2, which is shift caps lock. I can set it back, I can move them around, I can move them wherever I want. It's also in here that I typically go to open my radio and set the channels. And you'll see on the 343, every left mouse click will increment it by one channel. There's channel 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a right mouse click will bring them back down in case you need to shift. There are 16 channels on the 343, and I have yet to see a squad, a clan, that needs to use the nature of this dock and the blocks. 16 channels should be more than enough. Escape will take you out of it. Go back into the self-interact, which of course is control and the Windows key, and you can bring up your 152, and you can do the same thing. Top of the radio itself, left mouse click will move it up to channel 2. You see it right here. 3, 4. You can also, if you're that kind of person, go down in here and then increment it up with the presets. You'll see it's channel 2, but then you have to actually hit enter to get it to save, if you will. Once you escape out of this, you'll see that if I push my caps lock, I'm getting the 343 channel 1, and my shift caps lock, I'm getting the 152 channel 2. Do the same thing. Vehicles, little different, works the same in an aircraft as it does in a vehicle. I'm just going to do the vehicle to show you kind of how it works. Since we're in a VIC, we do not do a self-interact. We do an interact because we're interacting with the vehicle. There's our rack-mounted radios. Whoops. There's our rack-mounted radios. You see I have the dash-mounted lower 103. I can take that 103. Well, where did it go? Come on, 103. There's the lower 103. I can open that 103, and then I can see it. Once you're in it, you can set the channels. This one you do have to set here. It's set on net 2 because I had that 152 set there. I can set this to 5, hit the enter key, hit escape, and then I have to go back in with a vehicle interact and actually tell it that I want to stop using. Sorry, I had it already set. So you're going to have to go in first time through, and you're actually going to have to say use this 103. So you're going to use the 103. Now, though, if I go into my self-interact, you'll see that I now have 3 different radio selections. The 343 at PTT1, the 152 at now PTT3, and the 103 is PTT2. You can move them around. I only have 2 push-to-talks defined, so I would have taken this 103 and adapted it or moved it to push-to-talk 2, so that now, once I escape out of this radio, if I hit caps lock, I'm on the 343 still, which is obviously an on-body radio. But if I hit PTT2, you'll see that I'm now using the rack-mounted vehicle 103. A lot longer range on that than a 152. Same thing in an aircraft. All the channels can be set. They're very, very similar. Actually, within the aircraft, the rack shows the exact same 103. Same looking radio. You can set it to whatever the net radio is for the Air Corps. That's pretty much it. Anything else you want to know? Let me know. That covers setting them up. You can also set different ears if you want to. If I go here and I say radios, both ears, I can set it to the 343 will only go in my left ear. And then I do the same thing and set the radios, 152, and I have it to only go to the right ear. Now when I key up the 343, I don't know if you can hear that as part of this video, but it's only going in my left ear. And if I kick up to 152, it's only going in my right ear. That keeps sometimes the audio clearer on the ground. I typically have 343 in the left ear for everything I'm talking to the squad about, so I can focus on them. But if something's coming down from command, I'll hear that on the 152 in my right ear. Never set it to, I think it's system, or to share. Never set it to share, because what you're technically doing there is turning on the speaker on the radio, and then everybody standing around you will hear exactly what you're keying up or what is being queued up, and you'll hear a lot of double posting. So do not set it to share.